Mental Health Awareness Live. Yes, today you are joining in with Dean. I am from Spiritual Awakening on this channel. Yes, and we are doing the topic of mental health awareness, where I'll be talking about my own personal experiences overcoming my depression, my substance abuse, and my homelessness. I'm literally an open book, guys. So if you have anything you want to ask, please do. It's your chance now. Anyway, let's wait for some people to come into the comment section first as participants. Let's see if we can get any, I think it's going to be a bit of a surprise for some of the regulars that pop in right now. Oh, pardon me. Are we going to get anyone in on this Mental Health Awareness Live? I think we will. We're just waiting for them to pop into this live. So yeah, like I said, we are doing a mental health awareness live stream again today, and usually Ezekiel, the extraterrestrial, does these mental health awareness lives, but I think quite a lot of people want to see the human form do it too. So here we are right now, guys. Just waiting for some people to come into this live. Hello. Welcome to the live. Just turning this light on by you. There we go. Welcome to the live. So I am Dean from Spiritual Awakening. Ezekiel, the extraterrestrial, is usually doing these live streams for mental health awareness. Some people prefer to have seen my human face. So here we go. So we are doing a mental health awareness stream, and I will be talking about my own personal experiences overcoming my depression, my substance abuse, and my homelessness, guys. Yes, I am literally an open book. So there's an open space here, guys. So each and every single one of you who would like to air your thoughts and opinions about mental health, just remember this is a safe space and we can talk about anything as long as it falls within the community guidelines that YouTube have set out. So guys, if you do have any questions, don't hesitate. And if you just want to listen, that's not a problem. You can sit there in the chat and just listen to the comments, or read the comments and just listen to what I'm saying. That's all you have to do, guys. Really is. So let's see how many people we can get into this live. We've literally got 6 people. For those of you who are just joining, let me just quickly introduce myself. I'm Dean from Spiritual Awakening, and we are doing a mental health awareness live stream. Yes, Yusuf, welcome back. I do appreciate you being here. I really do. We are doing a mental health awareness live stream where I will be talking about my own personal experiences overcoming my depression, my substance abuse, and my homelessness, guys. So I've literally been to the darkest parts of my life, and I can say that I am so happy that I am still here on planet Earth, and I can still do all the amazing, wonderful things that getting over my depression and my substance abuse was a really difficult time in my life. And I am ready to speak to every single one of you about it who would love to ask any questions. So guys, if you do have any questions, don't be afraid. It's okay, just drop them below and I will read them out and we shall have a good conversation, because this is where we like to call a safe space, where you guys can literally, if you really want to, you can just sit there and listen, and you don't have to communicate at all. So I think it's amazing that you have that to be able to do as well, guys, because not all of us want to type away and get too involved. I do understand. So yeah, like I said, this is a safe space for each and every single one of you to tune in, and if you want to just listen, it's not a problem. So guys, I know I just got to quickly just let a few people know who's just landed on this channel quickly. So I am Dean from Spiritual Awakening, yes, and we are doing a mental health awareness live stream where I'm talking about my own personal experiences overcoming my depression, my substance abuse, and my homelessness. So here we go. Titus, what drug were you abusing? I was doing what would be called, I gotta be careful how I say it, the devil's dust. If you maybe understand what that might be. It really did take a hold of my life, and back in 2018, when I ultimately lost my job because they found out I was doing substances in work, I lost my job, and then basically I then plummeted into even more depression and worse with the substances, because I was using those substances to try and use them as a remedy to try and stop myself from, thinking of all the bad choices that I made in my life. CP, I don't know what the devil's dust is. It is the the white stuff. You know, Tony Montano, if you know what I mean. That's what it was. I don't want to say it on the live because I don't want to trigger anyone for a start. And, you know, I got to be really, really understanding of that. There we go, CP. I hope you understand what it is now. I really do appreciate you dropping in with your comments like that. I hope that you can all double tap the screen, guys, and subscribe, because it really, really is going to help the channel out. And so today, after this live, I am going to one of our food banks, and I'm going to have a chat with them to see if we could literally live stream for you guys to see where your donations are going to be going with all the food bank charity stuff that we're doing. So today I'm going to be going to church, I think it's called, what I can't remember exactly the name of this particular food bank, Church Road or Church Grove, I think it was. But I'm going to be visiting that church later at the food bank and then asking the people at the food bank what exactly they need food-wise, or, you know, soaps, toothpaste, shampoos, whatever they need. And then we are literally on the live stream, we are going to go to the shops, buy those things, then take those products, foods and things into the food banks to help give back to our community, because that's what we're doing here at Spiritual Awakening, is we're trying to give back to our communities. Because I used the food bank when I was homeless, and I literally lived on it for a little while, and, you know, it was one of the hardest times of my life. And I always used to think to myself how lucky I was to being able to have access to food and water. You know, we're very lucky that we got access to food and water here. So I think it's really, really important that it's time for me to give back. Luke, thank you for being, yeah, Ezekiel. I know it is me right now, guys. So usually it is the character Ezekiel that does these live streams. And right now you are seeing him in the human form. So it's me. So guys, if you've seen Ezekiel, the extraterrestrial, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then he is the character that I play, who is an alien, and I wear masks and stuff like that. Oh, CP, thank you so much for that donation. That is amazing, and that is going to go straight to the food banks when we go there after this live stream, which I will be doing another live stream as long as that particular food bank is okay with me doing that at the church. So I really, really do appreciate that, CP. Thank you so much for that. €2. That is absolutely amazing. It really, really is going to help with what we're doing here, guys, because ultimately we can't do it without you guys. We really, really can't. So it's all down to the love and support each and every single one of you continue to give us every day we go live. So thank you, CP. I really, really, really do appreciate that. What a legend. What a legend you are. Thank you so much, CP. I hope that you continue to be in this chat for a little bit longer so we can grow our friendship also. I really do appreciate you all. So we got 43 people in this live right now, guys, and we are doing a mental health awareness live. Yes, you have literally landed on a mental health awareness live, and we are talking, well, I'm talking about my own personal experiences overcoming my depression, my substance abuse, and my homelessness. I'm an open book, guys. I'm not going to hide anything whatsoever. I'll rip the band-aids off, and I'm ready to speak to any of you that wish to ask me any questions about the topic. And, you know, like I said, I'm an open book, guys. My heart's on my sleeve, and there's nothing I won't tell you about my homelessness, my depression, or my substance abuse, because ultimately being able to talk about it is what really, really helps out everyone. Mill's mental illness can be noticed in facial piercings, gauging tattoos. Okay, that is something that I could definitely would love to hear some more about, if you can elaborate on that as well. I really, really, really would appreciate that. Thank you, Mills. Great comment. And Ragodoff, thank you for the donation of $1.99. Every little really, really does help. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you haven't already, Mills, please subscribe and double tap the screen to like this live. Just being in here as well is also helping with the work that we're doing with the charities. Self-evident. Okay, well, yeah, maybe it is self-evident, and I bear the marks of those scars still from when maybe I made bad decisions in my life. So we can look at it like that, see, you know. So, you know, I see exactly where you're coming from though, Mills. I really, really do. I do hear you. So not going unnoticed there, Mills. So I appreciate that. And because you are sort of how I would explain it, using love and wisdom to come up with the answers to these. And these are great questions, by the way, Mills. I really do it. Brian Clark, thank you so much. Let me just quickly introduce myself, because I am actually Dean from Spiritual Awakening. And, you know, Ezekiel's not here right now, so I am playing Well, I'm doing this right now, so I can hope that you are okay with that, Brian Clark Jr., I think it is. So Ezekiel will probably be coming back at some point later on, or maybe later, I'm not too sure right now. But right now, you've got me. I am Dean from Spiritual Awakening, so I hope you enjoy the content that I will be giving to you guys today on this live stream. We literally are going to be getting these donations and then go into the food banks afterwards and live streaming exactly what these food banks require in the food banks, and also then going into the shops and buying that food, taking it into the food banks and helping them stack their shelves and cupboards in there, so you can see exactly where that money is going, guys, with your amazing donations that you've been so generous with already. So I really do appreciate you guys. We are so transparent here as the charity where I guess we've become a Spiritual Awakening. So guys, if you really want to be a part of this movement, you can send us a super chat, a super like, and also you can become a member. Our membership is called the Awakened Spirits membership, guys. So that will also be donated to the charities. And we possibly will be having a merch line at some point. That's going to be really interesting as well. We're going to try and work some sort of charity way into that as well. I already know you, bro, are the one. Thank you, though, Brian. I can tell you're very observant there. So for those of you that have just joined this live, let me just introduce myself. I am Dean from Spiritual Awakening, yes, and you have landed on our mental health awareness live stream, where I am talking about my own personal experiences overcoming my depression, my substance abuse, and my homelessness. I'm an open book, guys. My heart's on my sleeve. Ask me any questions you want, and I will respond to you, because I think that talking for me is what heals me, guys. So yeah, I might have a little bit of a cry over some of these topics that we might talk about, but it really is helping me get things off my shoulders, because when I was trying to get well, I couldn't talk to people because I never used to like it. And since I've become a content creator, it's really helped me grow as a spiritual being and as a content creator too. So I think it's really, really important that, now I'm well again, that I want to use this avenue to do some good in the world. So Ahmed, welcome. I do appreciate you in this live. Thank you so much, Ahmed. I hope that you can double tap the screen to like the live and subscribe, Ahmed. We are doing charity work here where we are using your lovely donations to help feed our local food banks with lots of amazing foods and, and all the products that people need at these food banks, guys. It's not just food, it's also like, soap, toothpaste, toothbrushes, anything like that that these food banks need. We are going to help supply them through all the amazing donations that you guys are always giving to us. Because, guys, I mean, come on, how many charities do you know that actually show you exactly where the money goes and spend it in real time on a live stream and then take it to these places? No one's doing this stuff no one I know anyway. So, guys, you really can be a part of an amazing movement literally by donating. And guys, if you can't afford to donate, we really do understand. So there is another alternative, and that is literally simply by watching the adverts that pop up from start to finish on these live streams. By doing that, advertisers then will pay more money to put adverts in our live streams. Therefore, the revenue will go up. Therefore, more revenue goes to these food banks for the charity work that we're doing. So guys, we really can't do it without your help. Joel, put the mask back on. You ruined the magic. My mental health really likes the alien. Do you know what? He will be back, Joel. I do promise you that. The reason being why I am my human self right now is because a lot of people was tuning into that live stream as Ezekiel, the extraterrestrial, where I wear a mask usually, and they kept saying that they wanted to see someone in the human form. Therefore, I am trying and testing it out today. But don't worry, Ezekiel will be back. It's not a problem. He hasn't gone anywhere at all. And he really does love getting involved with each and every one of you with your comments. And, it's been amazing being able to play that character and have such a wonderful time with each and every single one of you who've tuned in. And I really do appreciate you all, guys. I do. We really are helping out with this magical, amazing, positive pathway that we are all on. What's your best advice to leave the devil dust? So I would say, ultimately, my best advice would be that you have to notice that you are in a pattern or a circle or a cycle. And once you can understand that this cycle, we'll call it the devil's dust cycle of constantly doing the same thing and expecting different results, but always ending up, it not being a good thing. So if we can notice the cycle that we're in, it's only then, once we've noticed the cycle, we can then make a change. But you can't make the change until you are ready for it. So some people like myself, it took me quite some time to get off the substances because there was other work I needed to do beforehand before I felt that I could free myself from them. So it's, you can't do this alone. We need others around us. And this is why I'm doing what I do on this channel by doing mental health awareness, because I really do believe that I am helping. It might not be able to help everyone, and I might not be able to align with everyone, but that's why I do Ezekiel, and that's why I'm doing the human form, because I believe that I will be able to help more people if I can help, in my human form, where people think that maybe that is what aligns with them more and not the mask. Because people they really want to see me too, so here we are, we're testing it out, guys, and hopefully you all enjoy this content just as much. Can you do the voice for us just once, please? Well, it is pretty hard, but like my nose is like this, isn't it? So, oh God, it's weird because I haven't got the mask on. So yeah, it's hard to do the voice, it really is, because it's like I can't breathe out my nose, so I'd have to like do this and talk. What's up, guys? It's Ezekiel here. It's really, really hard. Like, sounds like Squidward. So, yeah, I would love to do trolls under the bridge. Get rid of nose piercing. It is pretty much stuck in there, though, guys. But this is me, guys. This is me, and I'm proud of who I am. And I really like my nose piercing. I think, it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I've done it some years back. And I really like it, man. I really do. But thank you all, though, right? I think that's a great comment, though, trolls. It really is. I guess maybe you don't have any piercings, trolls, at all. So, guys, we've literally got 34 people in this live right now, and we have only got 4 likes. So please, guys, double tap the screen, show the love. And if you haven't already, subscribe, guys. It's completely free. So we are going to talk a little bit more in depth now about my homelessness. So in 2018, my homelessness started when to be honest, I actually went through homelessness as a child as well. I lived in, hostels with my mum because, ultimately she was in some very abusive relationships with other partners after I was born, and it led us to be in a hostel at a young age. Thank you, Reem. I do appreciate that. Very kind of you. I hope that you can double tap the screen, like the live, and subscribe. I really would appreciate seeing you in the comments more, Reem. Thank you so much. So yeah, guys, I've lived in hostels, I've lived on the streets, I've lived in the woods, I've lived in the hammocks, I've sofa surfed, I've lived in abandoned buildings. I've literally been everywhere, and even when I wasn't homeless, I've lived in so many different places. I've never really settled until I got off the substances, and I wasn't just doing devil's dust. I would take alcohol. I would, do whatever I could get hold of, guys, and it really, really, really was eye-opening when I eventually asked myself from my heart chakra, why am I doing those substances? And it was only when I actually asked myself, instead of from here, I asked myself from the heart. I said, closed my eyes and I said, why am I doing these substances? And my heart spoke back to me, because the heart doesn't lie, see, it gives you emotions. So my heart said to me, you are doing substances because you are trying to numb yourself from the negative choices that you have made in your life, ultimately creating the bad pathways. Therefore, if you can free yourself from the negative choices, creating the positive pathways in your life, then we can proceed with getting off the substances. So I knew that I needed to get off the substance, and at that point I knew that yes, there was some inner work to be done, and the inner work is actually metaphysical tools. They're not real physical tools, they're metaphysical. They are inner work, and this inner work helped bring me to where I am today, guys, where I am now strong enough to be able to speak about all the things that happened in my life. and move forward in a positive way, because now I live in the present, I live in the now. And that is one of the reasons why we do substances, is because we don't want to be in the past, we don't want to be in the future, we want to be in the present. And we take substances so we can be present. But unfortunately, I was very present on my own. So that's the sort of thing that when I was doing substances, I stayed on my own a lot and I never seen anyone. Yeah, I was always on my own when I'd done these substances, most, like I would say 99% of the time. So, you know, it kept me away from the world, it kept me away from my family, it kept me away from my child. And yeah, this one does get me every time, and I do cry about it, guys. So if I do cry, it's okay. You know, I know that I'm in a safe place anyway, and I hope that you can all, you know, understand that this does get a little bit hard for me sometimes. So yeah, in 2018, when, you know, I lost my job and what have you. So I reckon it must have been about maybe 2019, 2020, when 2019 when I started seeing my son again after I stopped doing the substances, you know, and then my relationship grew again and got a lot better with him, and now we have the most amazing relationship again. I have an amazing relationship with my family. Sorry guys, it's getting me a little bit. And the most important relationship is the one with ourselves, guys. So now I love myself. I literally do, and I never did before. And I never thought that I would again, like, you know. And I think that thank you, Jason. I really do appreciate you, you know, and you're a member as well. So welcome back. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yes, hello, Jason. I do appreciate you. We are just talking about my experiences with my depression, my substance abuse, and my mental health. So I do really appreciate you tuning in. I'm just letting people know. Travis, Diddy would love this guy. Thank you. I do appreciate a joke. It's really, really amazing. Thank you. I'm glad that I am a bit of a comedian myself. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. So guys, yeah, I mean, there's so many things that I've been through that maybe I probably won't share on this particular live, you know, but I am a survivor of suicide. I am a survivor of mental health, you know, the drug addictions and all of that. And I think it's really, really important that we can all talk about it, because us men bottle it all up inside. And then when we do such a thing by bottling up all those problems and not speaking about them, it becomes depression. And when it becomes depression, it becomes a problem, because when we react to these things that are going to happen in our lives regardless, when we react to them, it becomes depression. So it becomes a problem that we can no longer have a hold of. So therefore the depression arises. So then when we do the inner work, and what I mean by that, the metaphysical tools, not the physical tools, metaphysical tools, they are a teaching to help understand better that when we look inside for the answers, so we close our eyes and think from in the heart, where you will ask such questions about maybe, what one thing am I doing each day that is making my life a misery? What one thing could I do today that is going to help my health get better? What one thing could I do today that is going to bring me happiness? What thing could I do tomorrow that'll bring me happiness? You know, these are the sorts of questions, you know, it can be literally anything, because the heart will speak back to you in emotions, guys. And we've got quite a few people that's, Cash, I was doing the white stuff, if you get me. I want to say it on here. Hey man, you're an adult, time to lose the piercing. Guys, I mean, everyone keeps saying that, but, you know, I do appreciate comments. Ben, take out, everyone keeps going on about the nose rings and ear buttons. You'll do better. Wow. The thing is, though, guys, right, I'm me. So if you don't like me for who I am, then, you know, I'm okay with that. I really, really am. So, I mean, does it matter what I look like? Does it? You know, because I usually dress up as an alien, guys, but I mean, you know, would you have anything to say about me dressed as an alien? Because you wouldn't see these, you know. So I think that it makes me who I am. So adult, lol. Shouldn't exactly, Ben. No piercings, I mean. Region, lol. Lots of piercings and people will take you more seriously. Well, you know, what if I had scars on my body from where, you know, I haven't, but from where I self-harmed? You know, those scars are, you know, they don't have to be scars as such where, you know, I've self-harmed, but, you know, self-harm comes in many forms, you know, guys. And, you know, you could talk about these being self-harm. You know, I think my tattoos are, you know, a big part of my personal spiritual growth, and also how I like to, you know, how I like to look is also a big part of my spiritual and personal growth too. So great questions though, guys. I really do appreciate each and every single one of them. Talk about mental health, still has mental illness piercings, get past your before preaching. Wow, I do. This is really, really interesting, guys. We're getting a lot of hate in here today. Cringe piercings. Wow. Do you see this, moderators? Do you see what's going on in here today? Okay. Lucky 44 didn't know what. You just want to admit it. Yes, let's enable this behavior. Good idea. I don't know what that is. Grow man with young trauma. Girl piercings. Whoa. This is mad. Lucky 44. I know plenty of people who make good money with face full of tats and metal. Judging someone based on that makes you ignorant. That's a great comment as well. Mikey Donnelly. Hey, greetings, sir. Where is the UK are you from? What are your thoughts on Irish independence? So I am from South Wales in the United Kingdom, and I mean, if all you Irish people wish for independence, then I am 100% behind you all. I mean, if you don't want it, you don't want it. That's up to you guys. But do you know what? It's ultimately up to you guys what you want, you know? So it's all about what you guys want. Then tell women no makeup, men shave, etc. We are all allowed to look how we want. It's a playground. It really is, Jason, you know, and it is. I mean, you know, I normally dress up as an alien, guys, so I would have thought that you maybe would have been, you know, more hateful towards that, but you're more hateful towards the piercings in my face. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't, guys. What I care about is the charity work that we're doing on this channel, guys. That really matters. So we're helping feed the local food banks with lots of food from the donations that you guys have been giving so lovingly in these live streams, guys. I do really, really appreciate it. Only project their own insecurities. That's a piercing then. No projecting. Yeah, exactly, Luke. Hello, guys. You can make all the excuses for him you want. You want your friends to do badly in life because you want to do different. Good luck. You're not helping anyone. Wow, interesting comment. Thank you for that. Pure Ragnarov is rationalizing his decent. Okay. I really am enjoying these comments, though, guys. I want all the uniqueness. Yes. Okay. So guys, my nurse is fully tattooed and pierced. Guess I should let them know you're not adults. I don't know what's going on in the chat anymore. There's so much happening. But guys, let me just quickly introduce myself. I am Dean from Spiritual Awakening. Yes, and we are doing a mental health awareness live where we are doing donations so we can help feed our local food banks and our communities, because I was homeless once and I was using the food banks, and now it's time for me to give back. So guys, any of the donations that you can give to us would really, really, really help. You know, you can give a donation in the form of a super chat, a super like, or join our memberships so that you can become one of our awakened spirits. Yes, guys, be a part of this amazing movement that we are all in. So it really is amazing. Jason, I want all uniqueness. Yeah, you've said that already. This format feels better with a human. Jason, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. You know, like some people were saying, they really wanted to see, you know, my human form doing this and not me dressed as an extraterrestrial. So here we go, and there we go. We got some good positive feedback out of that, you know. So even the negative stuff, guys, I do really appreciate it as well. So, you know, because it helps build this channel to be a better channel for each and every single one of you, where we can then cater for more different, unique and inspiring people who all want to tune in for something slightly different, you know? Like we do Hot Holes every Friday, which is a show where we dip onion rings into hot sauce that increases from not that hot to will burn your face off. So, you know, and we eat them, and I ask the contestants questions whilst we eat all the hot sauces. and hopefully get to the end. There is a tap out bell as well that we can hit if any of the contestants or myself can't handle the heat anymore, and then move out the competition. Well, it's not a competition, it's just it's just a cool little show. It feels more honest. Now, Jason, thank you, because Ezekiel doesn't have facial expressions, so it's I think that my face can give more expressions to what I'm trying to get across. So I think it's really important to be able to use my human face, because I've been putting it off for a while, just thinking that Ezekiel was the one that was going to make the change and the difference here. But I am Ezekiel, guys, so I'm glad that I am here now for all of you guys as well, as my human self, because I have now, I'm really, really happy that this is actually working, and I can tell by the amount of people we've still got in here, guys. Pedro, thank you for being in this live 420 time. That's up to you what you do with that, and I know exactly what you mean, and I hope that you are enjoying yourself watching this live stream. Happy 420 time. Anyway, so guys, it's probably helped you feel comfortable to begin the journey. It really did, Jason, I think that I've learned a lot being an Ezekiel, and it's helped me grow spiritually and as a content creator, ultimately being able to bring you guys better content, because we're shaping this channel each day, every time we go live. White Gorilla, welcome. Jesus Goofy Gorilla, hello, sir. I do appreciate you. And you, love, thank you for joining this live. Yes, we are doing a mental health awareness stream where I am Dean from Spiritual Awakening on this channel, where I am talking about my own personal experiences, overcoming my depression, my substance abuse, and my homelessness. I'm a literal open book, guys. You can ask me anything, and we are taking donations that will be being spent straight away on our local community through the food banks. We will be donating the food. So guys, if you want to be a part of that, please, you can donate. It's literally pretty simple to do, guys. All you got to do is send a super chat or a super like or donate, or you can literally just watch these live videos with the adverts, and that's also going to help donating. If you watch the adverts from start to finish, guys, that really helps with building the revenue that advertisers will pay to put adverts on our live stream. So guys, like I said, simple as that. You can watch the adverts from start to finish on these live streams when they pop up, and that will greatly improve the revenue also, so then we can keep giving back to our local communities, guys. Because I used to use the food bank when I was homeless, and now it's time to give back. We cannot do it without you guys, who really, really, really can. You guys are the most important thing, because without you, your help, guys, we are nothing. Without you, we wouldn't have a show. We wouldn't have this right now. So see how special and amazing it is to be a part of this movement, where we are doing positive work, and what some would say God's work, God's work, but we refer to God as the source, the light, the love. Simon, the nose ring and ear rings make second guess your mental health. Anyway, may I too judgmental. Anyway, I lost way too many brain cells listening to this Drevel. I do apologize for the comment. Sorry, I do appreciate your comment though, Simon. Do appreciate it. Anyway, so guys, if you do have anything you would like to ask about my own personal experiences on the topic of my depression, my substance abuse, or my homelessness, then yeah, ask away. Yeah, guys, this is literally a mental health awareness live stream, and everyone's popping in and trying to abuse my mental health. So can you see like what that's going on in the comments? Like, so we're gonna get this happening anyway. I understand it, I really do. I just wanted to know if I could donate 50 cents via PayPal. I have got a PayPal. I haven't got the information for that right now, but White Gorilla, we will set one up on the live stream soon, because people keep asking for donations to go through on something similar, like a donation PayPal like that or something like that. So, Sunny, thank you so much for coming into this live stream. But yeah, White, yeah, I mean, we will do that sort of payment soon, hopefully. I do appreciate that, guys. But thank you, though. If you are going to send a donation, I really do appreciate that. Even if it was 50 pence, you are a legend. Right then, guys. So Why do you have 666 on our profile? Jimmy, that is a great question. So we started this channel out as a paranormal investigation channel. So of course, when you see our profile picture, it might look a little bit dark and it has 666 on it. And there is a bit of a misunderstanding of the meaning of 666. Most people have misrepresented it with the mark of the beast, but it really isn't, guys. It's known as angel numbers, and they are very special numbers to us. And the profile picture with the evil looking horned person is a representation of the evil that can be done, but it isn't an exact entity. It's representing how we have the choice to choose good or bad. So we are looking at changing that profile picture to something a little bit different. Now the channel has branched out to do something else. So yeah, great comment there though. Just being on the chat is helping. It really is. It really is. And great question though, Jimmy. Great question. I will say the first seeing you in the alien suit did not take this serious, but I stuck around. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jason. See that, yeah. I mean, Ezekiel isn't for everyone, and clearly I'm not for everyone with all these piercings that seem to be upsetting everyone that keeps coming in saying I'm, you know, this and that, and how it's making them feel to see these, and they're like scars of mental illness that I'm still, maybe they are scars of mental illness, you know, and, you know, just like if I had scars from, you know, cutting myself or anything like that, would they say the same things about them? Well, maybe these are sort of scars from the same sort of thing. If you get, there are many ways that we can abuse our bodies, not just by cutting ourselves. We can be promiscuous, we can, you know, drink and take substances, and, you know, not sleep for long hours, and, you know, and not eat and not take care of ourselves. You know, there's so many things that we can do to abuse our bodies, not just, you know, putting holes in our ears and things in our nose. You know, there's so much more to it than that, guys, you know. And if you're looking at me and judging me just by, you know, the things in my ears, and, you know, you carry on, guys. It really can. It doesn't bother me. Angel number, Lucifer and of man. Ryan, angel number is what I believe it to be, but you do have a great comment there saying about that. Where Ezekiel back on his home planet? Darth Viper, Ezekiel. So I just got really so cool to tell you guys what I and Ezekiel and the group are going to be getting up to. So there is a crop circle that has been found recently, that I found out about yesterday actually, and we just got the address to it. So we're going to go to that crop circle tomorrow morning and do a live stream in a crop circle. Now guys, this particular crop circle is very credible because the evidence that we have for this crop circle, not only that, guys, 2 seconds. As we well know that when UFOs land or have been somewhere, that they leave radiation. Therefore, we are going to be using our Geiger counter to test for radiation at the crop circle when we go there tomorrow, guys. So watch out for that live stream tomorrow where we'll be using this Geiger counter. I'm going to show you how it works now, guys. I'm going to turn it on. You'll hear it. So we literally have the ability to be able to check to see if there's any radiation. See, on the side of here, we got a bit of uranium that we can test it with. And it also brings up 3 milligens. That's, you know, that would be considered a high reading. So when we do that investigation tomorrow at the crop circle, we are going to test for radiation, which is ultimately going to help with gathering more evidence to it being real or not. So watch out for that, guys, tomorrow. Really, really interesting, you know, to see Ezekiel up there as well. I'm going to catch up with comments. Sunny does no, but said he's an open book, just curious. Sunny, I really am an open book. You really can literally speak whatever you want to say in this live, guys, as long as it all falls within the YouTube community guidelines, ultimately, because that's what matters. So we can all stay safe in this safe space that we have created. So, guys, how long have you been sober? I got clean off opioids, but not sober yet. 5 years I've been sober now. And you know what? Trying to come off the substances was probably one of the hardest things in my life to do. and, you know, to stay away from it, I used things like staying away from the people who I used to hang around with who did it, you know, associating myself then with new friends and new people who don't do those things, you know. So the struggle through my substance abuse was so difficult, and, you know, I wasn't around my child at the time, and I think that tore me to pieces, right? And wanting to become a father again was one of the main goals I wanted, and ultimately coming off the substances allowed me to be more present there for my child also. So yeah, I mean, I really do feel that's a very powerful comment you put there, and very brave of you, Sunny, to share that with us. And I really do appreciate you, and I hope you all the best for your journey getting clean. I really do, and that you matter. Thank you very much, and I hope that you can double tap the screen. I really appreciate that. Sunny, I think you've been in this live a few times, so I think that you have subscribed already. If you haven't, please subscribe, guys. We literally are doing amazing work here. Fish scale BB, yeah, I know what you mean. Have you, Darth Viper, have you or Ezekiel have ever been in Pripyat? I'm not sure that the red detector would be useful there. I'm not too sure what you mean by that, Darth Viper. If you could just let me know a little bit more, then I could probably answer that one. So guys, we are talking about my mental health here. We are doing a mental health awareness. So if there are any questions about me overcoming my depression, my substance abuse, and my homelessness, then please, guys, fire away. Like, I am an open book, so I really will answer any of these questions. Some of them I might get a little bit sad about when I talk about them, you know, express some emotions, a bit of crying, but I am only human. And guys, just to let you know as well, I don't know everything. I'm not a brainy ass person, right? But what I do know, I will share with you guys, and some of it I might not get it right, but just know I am only human, just like you guys, you know. Okay, so guys, after this live now, I'm going to be going to the food banks. So if any of you do want to help quickly donate before the end of this live, you can send a super chat in the form of your donation, or a super like. You can also join our membership and become one of our awakened spirits, which then that membership money will also go to funding the food for the food banks and all the work that we're doing for the charity stuff. And that you are going to see it on this live stream, guys, and it's really amazing that you are all a part of it, and especially the ones that have made such amazing donations, whether it's donating through those super chats, super likes, or our membership. Or if you can't afford that, guys, like I said, you can literally donate by simply watching our adverts from start to finish when they pop up on these live streams. Doing that is then going to allow that advertisers to pay a higher price for those spaces for the advertisements, simply because you guys are watching them from start to finish. Then we get a higher revenue, then that will be like a donation, guys. So if you could do that, I really appreciate it. But if you can donate, guys, then you can donate, then you won't have to watch the adverts all the way through. But if you could watch the adverts all the way through, guys, it really does help make a difference. Because guys, we are on a positive pathway here, where all donations are going to help make such a difference in our community. They really are, guys. And it's amazing that each and every single one of you are here to witness it on the live streams. So I will be live streaming it later when I go to the food bank. So when I go to the food bank later, I will be talking all about the place, and hopefully maybe interview some of the people that work there if they're willing to do that on the live stream, and ask in real time for you guys to see what sort of food items or accessories or, you know, necessities that they need at those food banks, so we can then take the live stream from the food bank into the shops, buy the food, show you the price and all the money we spent on the food in real time, take it into that food bank and stock the shelves in the food bank. And then that's a novel bag. Thank you, Bebop. I really do appreciate you being in here. Haunted Truth, Mark, welcome into the Mental Health Awareness live stream. We are taking donations today from all you lovely people who have already donated so kindly and so generously over the last week or so. It's been amazing. Yesterday, someone donated us, what was it, 80 quid? Or $80 for the food banks. So guys, anything that you can afford to donate right now, please do. And we will be doing the live stream later on at the food bank, where we will be asking the food bank exactly what foods or necessities that they need for people coming in, and then go and buy them on the live stream so you can see exactly where the money's going, see exactly what we spent and everything, guys. This is a very transparent thing that we're doing. We want it all to be on the live streams so that you guys can see where it's going and be a part of this amazing movement. Yes, guys, you are all tuned into this mental health awareness stream where we are on a positive pathway. Yes, a very positive pathway. Yes, it's amazing. It's so many people have been so kind. We've already had like 2 donations in this live already. I can't fault you guys. You really are helping make a difference here. So let me just, can you get Ezekiel to wish me luck for tomorrow late afternoon? I'm going somewhere important to get an important paper for life. Darth Viper, I'm sure Ezekiel really does wish you all the best. And also, Dark Viper, I wish you all the best. And from each and every single one of us on the Spiritual Awakening team, we all wish you the best. Okay? Thank you. I hope you really, really do get that sorted tomorrow. I got my fingers crossed for you and my legs. There we go, Darth Viper. Have you ever, Ezekiel, have been in... Yeah, I've read that one already. I like to see you handing it over to said food bank. Yeah, exactly, Bebop. And that is exactly what we're doing. And if that's something that you feel that you want to wait for before you donate, guys, I understand, because you can't just take our words for it, for being true. Real actions will speak the words, guys. So that is why we will be doing that on the live stream. And, we've already raised enough money to be able to go and do this now. So really, really is an important thing for me because I was living off these food banks and I really want to give back. I like to, beans, yes, we could be buying lots of beans. Hunter King, good luck. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you there. Thank you so much, Hunter. If you haven't already, and Stinkums, please double tap the screen to like the live or hit the thumbs up by here. And guys, go and subscribe. It's literally free, and you guys will be helping out this charity work that we're doing, and we are bringing awareness to mental health. So guys, if you do have any questions about my mental health, where I overcome my depression, my substance abuse, and my homelessness, then please, guys, don't be afraid to ask. Just jam it in the comments down here. I'll try and read it if it doesn't go up too quick, but I promise you I will try and read everything I can. Spuds, yes. Stinkums. Spuds also is a really, really good food, that spud. I do like a good spud. Good luck to you. Okay. Thank you, King Hunter. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. You all are incredible and divine human beings in this chat right now. And if you have just landed here, there's a reason why you have come here right now, because we are doing a new movement here where we are helping our local communities by feeding food to food banks. So your donations, guys, are ultimately going to help us achieve this goal. So we really can't do it, guys, without your help. So please donate in a form of a super chat, a super like, or join our membership of the Awakened Spirits, and you'll get a little badge next to your name, guys, which will show everybody in the chat that you are part of, well, no, in fact, that you are an Awakened Spirit, because that's what the membership is, guys. It really is. So then, does anyone have any questions on the topic of mental health that they would like to ask? Now, I know there's quite a few of you in this chat right now that hasn't, well, there's quite a few of you in this live that hasn't made a comment. I understand that some of you don't want to, so that is okay. You can sit there and just watch me. If I'm a distraction for you right now, and I am, if I'm helping you in that way, then that is what we will do. So I really do appreciate you here. So later on, tomorrow we are going to a crop circle that has popped up close to where we live. We're going to be using this Geiger counter to check for the radiation at where the crop circle is, to see if there's any radiation left behind. That's the sort of stuff we like doing on this channel as well. Sort of like searching for the unknown, the mysteries about the world, all sorts of stuff, paranormal, extraterrestrial, and blending all that together to bring you the content that we do and have done already. And we really are looking forward to bringing you some content about this crop circle. It's going to be very interesting, guys. It looks like personally, it looks like a real one. There's some fake ones that have been out there in the past, and the difference between the fake ones we will explain tomorrow, the differences between them and the real ones that we think are real based on the evidence that mounts up from these crop circles. It really, really is interesting because it can only force one to speculate with all the evidence that it was a craft or something there that had done it. The evidence really does point to the unknown, and that is what we do on this channel, is try and figure out the unknown. And today I was unknowingly in a bit of a thinking, well, if I don't wear my usual costume of the alien today on this mental health awareness live that people usually see me in, it was the unknown. I was a bit scared of it, and now I feel I can get on with it and do it like my human self, but also keep Ezekiel in the line. Because it's great that I can just pop up as myself on this live anywhere and then just in real time have conversations with such amazing people. Like to him, good luck. Hunter King, if you are going to slip, just know that it is okay. It's okay to slip. I've slipped so many times in my recovery that, you know, each time we do slip, instead of looking at it as, oh, I got to start all over again now. Yeah, just look at it as, oh, I'm not starting all over again. I'm starting again, but with the experience that it's taught me. The experience that I have now, so the next time if I was to slip up, you know, just don't be hateful to yourself about it. Know that there's a lot of personal growth to go in with these things. So when we do slip up and we to use again or anything like that, just know and understand that that is your nervous system trying to go back to old habits. So if ultimately we can notice the pattern in the cycle, then that slip up will be a sort of like a flag saying something to us. So when we can see it for what it is, that slip up doesn't become a negative thing. It becomes something that will only strengthen you, because each and every single slip up is there to help strengthen you for your purpose. You see, when we start to look at it like that, there can only be positivity that comes from these things with a positive pathway, you see. So it really, really is important that when we do slip up when it comes to mental health, you know, and substances and things like that, then be kind to yourself. It's so important, because if I spoke badly to myself like I did before, and I did that, if I was to do that to my friends right now, then I wouldn't have any friends. You know, so it's really, really important that we speak kindly to ourselves, because the nervous system in our human bodies, it literally listens to what you're saying and reacts to it, therefore putting the body into fight and flight, you see. So it is really, really important. Sherry, welcome to the live. I really do appreciate you. Thank you for commenting. If you haven't already, and the rest of you guys, please double tap the screen or hit the thumbs up down by here and subscribe, guys. We really are doing some amazing work here. Some would say that it is God's work. We call God, what you refer to as God, as the light, the source, the love. And yes, guys, we are doing a mental health awareness live where I have been talking about my personal experiences, overcoming my depression, my substance abuse, and my homelessness, guys. I'm an open book. You can ask me any question you want. It really is that simple, guys. So yes, I know I've got piercings in my face, and some people don't like that, and they've been giving me quite a lot of hate today in the comments, but I really do enjoy the comments, even though they've been negative, because I only see the positive in them, guys. I really do. But I won't be taking these out to make videos for people that don't want to see them, because I am me. And if you don't want to be on this live, then I'm okay with that. And you know what to do. Do you get me, guys? I am me. So if you're tuning in and you want to see me, you're going to stay. If you're not, then you're going to go. Do you get me? The hard thing is to drive to things, to get up and go. If the mind is persistently saying crap, even knowing it's crap, is exhausting. It really, really, especially with the ADHD as well, Mark, you know, it can be especially with how, like, I think that my ADHD, I don't, you know, live with it daily. But for people that do, I don't know what it's like for you exactly, but it must be really, really difficult, because, you know, you can get really, really exhausted with ADHD. And my mind, when I do have ADHD symptoms coming through, it's like 1,000 things going through my head. It's so exhausting. And then say if people try to talk to me when I'm trying to concentrate on those things, I just literally can't, it hurts my head, and then I want to be on my own so I can think, and then I'm in the, you know, it's just a mad cycle of it all. But like, you know, ultimately understanding more about those topics can really, really help with, you know, overcoming those things too, because they will always live with us, these problems, you know, but it's ultimately how we get better at dealing with them when, you know, we react to them. When we react to these problems, they become depression. When we can see them for what they really are and take that depression and compress it, and what I mean by compress it is to be able to see it for what it is, yes, being able to look at it from the inner work, the inner space where we choose to answer and ask questions from the heart chakra, therefore moving forward into a positive pathway and making good choices. But you know, Mark, there's so much we could talk about all that, it really is. But I mean, if you want to talk some more about how maybe your ADHD, you know, affects you in your way, you know, I'd love to talk more about that, Mark, I really would. Lakita, what do you think of mind that doesn't feel like your own? Argue with my mind. Do you know what? I have literally argued with myself in my head loads of times. And do you know what? It's really, really, really important to have a really good relationship with yourself, especially when it comes to in your mind, you know, because ultimately, you know, we are spirits inhabiting a physical body, and the spirit, the consciousness, wants to do all the amazing things that you can do on this wonderful third dimensional reality called Earth. So it wants to experience everything, it wants to eat everything, it wants to drink everything and experience everything. But the body is the one that is left feeling the pain because of all the things that we do that we shouldn't. So ultimately it's down to making better choices than putting us onto a better pathway, you see, guys. It does sound pretty hard, but when we get the hang of it. Damaged Healer, thank you for being back in the chat. Yes, I am my original human self today. People leaving negative comments are just showing that they are trying to make themselves feel better by trying to put others down. That's a great way of putting it, Damaged Healer. I do appreciate you tuning in with that one. Thank you. ZRL, Ragabit, aside, you look fine. Thank you. I'm not too sure what we mean by that. Rage bait aside, sorry. I do find it hard to read sometimes, guys. Rage bait aside, you look fine. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Haunted Truths coming in with another one again. Sometimes it's easy to find the source of the problem. So for example, getting negative thoughts, but then not being able to find any reason so why such thoughts is even occurring. Well, yeah, sometimes they can just pop up, and you know, sort of like if you think about it, a campfire. If you can imagine that thought being a campfire, right? That when we pay a lot of attention, we're throwing lots of fuel on it so it becomes big, right? And when we're being distracted from that thought or that campfire, it shrinks. So only when we're being distracted, when we're not thinking about it. But it's still there, but it becomes very small. It's only when we pay it more attention do we then throw more fuel on the fire and it becomes the big old fire again, therefore becoming like the depression. So when we can think about how powerful a thought also is, it is quite remarkable, because a thought is literally something that you think in your head that doesn't even exist. But it has such a profound effect on our emotions that we can feel happiness, sadness, joy, love, you know, grief. There's so many different feelings we can feel from it, you know. So a thought isn't real, but yet it can be so powerful and create such emotions. Therefore, it then shows how important it is to speak well, not only about ourselves, but to others also. It's really, really important, you know, that we speak not only to ourselves kindly, but to others, because we are simply, when we do talk badly, we are literally dumping negative energies, creating negative pathways. Yes, and, you know, I can see the bad comments that have come in today that I've flipped around to make them positive. So therefore, creating positive pathways, and the negativity has been given back to whoever they were, and they have taken that with them, therefore creating only positivity within these lives. Lakita, that actually makes so much sense. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you being in this live, just as I do everyone else with their amazing questions and comments. And guys, I really, really do appreciate you. Thank you, Lakita. That makes a lot of sense. And thank you. I'm glad that you agree. And I'm glad that our friendship is now growing. And I hope that I get to see you again in these lives. I really, really do, guys. So it's literally been an hour now, guys. It's 13:13. I'm going to be ending this live so I can go to the food bank that I'm going to be going to and hopefully set the live up if they're okay with that. Maybe have a little bit of chat with them to talk about all the nice things that we're going to be donating and what they're going to need at the food bank. So guys, thank you all for being in this live. Mark, also thank you for letting us know a little bit about those things. It's a very powerful thing to, let us in the chat know stuff like that. So I hope that you know that we really do appreciate it, Mark. Really, Damage Healer, enjoy your day, mate. Take care. Thank you, Mark. I really do appreciate it. Right, and guys, the next live stream we'll be doing today, hopefully we'll be at this food bank now, and then we'll see where it's going to land us, because, I don't know right now. It might be saying they want this amount of food or some, I don't know. We're going to go and check it out now. So guys, thank you all so much. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. And thank you all my awakened spirits who have the memberships. And thank you to everyone that's donated already. Really do appreciate you guys. So over and out from me, Dean at Spiritual Awakening. I love each and every single one of you. Remember that, guys. You all matter. All of you matter. Okay? This is why I'm here.